It may be less than an hour by train from London, but the new River Line and the rich and varied landscape it runs through seems more like a million miles from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Surrounded by wildlife-rich countryside, beautiful towns and villages, and also flanked by 2 historic walking trails, the route really does have it all. In fact, nestled as it is in a stunning Hertfordshire landscape, which is steeped in centuries of history, really makes it hard to believe how easily accessible it is. It truly is a great way to escape from it all. The line winds its way 5 miles in total from Hertford to Broxbourne and follows several waterways and the charming Ware Valley. It actually takes its name from the New River, which, curiously, is neither new or a river, having been built in the early 17th century as a clean drinking water supply aqueduct for London. First stop is Hertford, where trains on this route arrive in Hertford East Station. This historic county town boasts both the remains of an 11th century Norman castle, complete with a standout gatehouse, and an array of independent boutiques and cafes. Nearby Hartham Common is also a great place for a relaxing riverside walk, and Hertford Lock commands great views over the surrounding picture-perfect countryside. A little further east is Ware, another town steeped in heritage and culture. It sits astride the ancient Roman Ermine Street highway, was mentioned in the Domesday Book, and also written about by Geoffrey Chaucer in the Canterbury Tales. Many of the buildings on the high street date back to the 14th century, and its pretty waterfront summer homes make a stroll along the river a real pleasure. Other notable locations include St Mary's Church, the Ware Museum, and Scott's Grotto, which is the largest building of its kind in the UK and was built for the 18th century poet John Scott. Ware Priory Lido is a great attraction for families to visit, and the tireless Ware in Bloom volunteers ensure a colourful canopy of flowers and shrubs are maintained all year round. There is also easy access from Ware to the Kingsmeads Nature Reserve, which is run by the Herts and Middlesex Wildlife Trust and is home to an abundance of flora and fauna. Next destination is St Margaret's Station, which serves the adjacent villages of Stansted Abbots and Stansted St Margaret's. The area has a good array of shops, and in the Jolly Fisherman pub, nestled on the banks of the River Lee, a great place to stop for a drink or a bite to eat. It is run by Macmullan's, a Hertford-based brewery which was established in 1827, so visitors have a chance to sample locally brewed ales. There is also easy access to Amwell Nature Reserve, which is also run by Herts and Middlesex Wildlife Trust. It incorporates Great Hardmead Lake, as well as a host of habitats, such as reed beds, grassland and woodlands. And the Dragonfly Trail, which is usually open from May to September, gives people the chance to view dragonflies close up as they hunt over open water. Close by, and also worth a visit, is the small village of Great Amwell, which is home to Amwell Grove and Pool. Here, Sir Hugh Middleton, who was responsible for the construction of the New River project, is memorialised for his feat of bringing clean water into London. Historically important Rye House is a little further along the line. It was a fortified manor house built in the 15th century, but only the gatehouse now survives and has been granted Grade 1 listed status to ensure its preservation. While in the vicinity, why not experience another of the area's local breweries, the New River Brewery, which is based close to Rye House and offers tours. The latest in a network of wildlife sanctuaries is also located here. Ryemead's Nature Reserve is a 58.5 hectare site of special scientific interest run by the RSPB. It has become a firm favourite with walkers, bird watchers and photographers, thanks to its many trails and hides. And for those looking for an increase in pace, there is Rye House Kart Raceway. Here, people can take part in go-karting around the famous circuit, as well as other attractions such as laser quest, mini golf, Nerf wars, and the Riassic Park soft play venue. The circuit is where 7 times Formula One world champion Sir Lewis Hamilton first started racing, and he has often remarked on how instrumental it was in his early career. Finally, the New River Line arrives at the town of Broxbourne. It is the gateway to Lee Valley Park, an award-winning 10,000-acre green space which was created as a green lung for London, Essex and Hertfordshire. Near to the station, people can hire bikes, boats, kayaks in order to explore the area, or a walk along the River Lee towpath will lead to the Lee Valley Whitewater Centre, which was used as a venue during the London 2012 Olympics. For those more adventurous, the line also offers, as a real treat for walkers, both the 28-mile New River Path and the River Lee Canal towpath, run adjacent to the line as they take in the Hertfordshire countryside, before heading to their final destinations in London. It means people can explore both the paths by foot and then get the train back to their starting point, making a walk of any length on these fascinating trails easy to plan. For more details about the line and the host of attractions that can be found along it, please follow New River Line Community Rail Partnership on Facebook and Twitter.